Hey everybody, it's BTC Gambler here. Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all well. Listen, new channel, new start, new thinking. You know, I come to you today with absolute clarity in my mind, knowing exactly where I should be going with Project Alphaverse. So I've created this new YouTube channel. Please, all you guys out there, beg you to subscribe to this channel. This is where I'm going to be generating all new content going forward. I realized I made a huge mistake. I actually acquired a channel that was already had 4,000 watch hours on it, and to be honest with you, that is just going to do nothing but confuse the hell out of the YouTube algorithm. You know, I often wonder why my videos don't get as popular as they should be. And I know the reason why. I've done a lot of research into YouTube. Anyway, I don't want to discuss this. This is a new channel and everything's going to be driven forward here. And this video is talking to you guys that may be interested in Alphaverse. And I've got news for you because, you know, as of last night, I was chatting away to one of the Alphaverse members, and it absolutely dawned on me, you know, the barrier to resistance to you guys setting up Alphaverse has been the complexity in setting up the infrastructure required to run Alphaverse. Now, I run a business. I have a business that offers hosted services, offers virtual desktops. That it makes perfect sense to me. And looking at some of the prices that some people are paying for hosted services, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Because I could save you so much money. So the new paradigm is shifting is like, don't build your own Alphaverse. Let me build it for you. Let me host it for you. Let me save you money. And then you can run Alphaverse in the same way that I run it. Now what we're looking at here is, by the way, this is QBot. If you're not familiar with QBot is, I use it all the time, and it is by far the best bot for testing ideas. Now I'm running a strategy here that is immensely powerful. And it's immensely powerful because it is, you know, when you're running Alphaverse and you're running lots of bots, you want a strategy with the tightest kind of constraints around the remits of the limitations of where the betting can go. So for the ones that don't know, you know, if you don't know what Project Alphaverse is, look in the description. There will be a link in there, and it'll be my first primary video in here is what is Project Alphaverse. I'm going to re-release videos that I have done before, but I might basically do a new voiceover on them or whatever. But the fact is, it's going to be releasing some of the older content because I really want to spread the word now for Alphaverse, and I really want to get new members on board as well. And I want to make that as easy as possible for you guys. So this strategy we're running here, which is really interesting, you can see what we're running is, it's been running for 15 days and it's done over 100 million bets. Okay, so looking up here, so you see it's 15 days runtime on QBot. QBot, I said I use because I use it to test everything. If you're going to run Alphaverse, I highly recommend you get QBot because you want to test ideas and strategies out. And before I talk about this strategy, you know, I just want to state that, you know, not only was I challenged to create Alphaverse in the first place, which I'd say it's about 2 years work to get to a state where I'm happy with it, but then I was also challenged to create the strategy to running it as well, and that really wasn't my remit. What I was kind of really hoping is that this gets opened out to the community, because Alphaverse can run any form of stake originals gambling, that somebody would come up with something really inventive. You know, I've tried various methods, and you can basically have every single strategy that I've come up with for free. But I can see there be an open marketplace out there for people that will come up with some really inventive ideas. You know, and if I look at the code at some of this, so like this is the code that's running if you was to run it on Alphaverse. Now this is running the game called Dragon Tower, but it can run any Stake Originals game. But there's nothing to say that you can, for example, if you really understand how the seed works on the basis that every bet comes from a predetermined seed, and every bet can be mathematically calculated from that seed, and then that seed is made up of the server seed, which the casino knows, and the client seed, which is randomly generated every time you create a new seed, which makes it statistically a random number. And every time you place a bet, it moves on a position on that seed, and that is called a nonce. Now in the UK, that's a very, very bad word. It means paedophile. So like, we can't say that seriously without cringing. Like, nonce is a really bad word in the UK, but hence that's what it's called. So every bet moves on a nonce, and that is an infinite number, and you can verify the bet. And every single Stake Originals game has the results for every single game on that one nonce. It makes me cringe even saying that word. But anyway, that's how it works. Now, you could, for example, you could do things like zero betting. You can do back-to-back betting. You can switch games between to move it on a position on a nonce, you know, to give yourself, you know, ways to avoid excessively long streaks or the really impossible odds. You know, I do my damnedest to give you guys as many tools as possible, and, you know, including some quite detailed spreadsheets that works out the odds and the probabilities and such forth. Now, I see no reason at all, if somebody goes for the hassle of coding and creates a brilliant script, that we shouldn't be able to create an open market out there for developers to create code that they can sell. You know, and one of the areas that I want to introduce into my Discord server is a marketplace. So I want to invite in developers as well as obviously people that want to run this as well. You know, because if we can get enough users on Alphaverse, there'll be a ready market out there for people that are really keen to buy these good ideas, and the good ideas can be thoroughly tested on Qbot. So even if it's not written for Alphaverse, Qbot has a code mode, and so you can basically simulate exactly what Alphaverse is going to do on a single bot level to validate and verify. So this is one example, and this is what it would look like in Alphaverse, and this is what it is over here. And I'm working on Dragon Tower, and I'm set up on master mode. I'm only looking to hit one egg, which has a 25% win chance, and yeah, I'm covering up to 59 losses. I've got a start balance of an Alphaverse. I'll have 100 balance, and then a 32,000 recovery pot. But that would be in TRX, guys. So TRX, you know, that would be a couple of thousand. So it sounds a lot, but it's not a lot, if you know what I mean. So, and this has been running now solidly for 15 days and done over 100 million bets. Now that suggests to me this is a very strong strategy, and then the maximum we've seen during that period of time is 57 loss streak. Now why is that? You know, you look at the odds and the probabilities of that. You know, here's the accompanying spreadsheet for that, and I've gone through and worked out all the RTP and everything for this game, and I tell you, this game is a very crooked game. You know, I think, you know, Stake need to be held accountable for this. They say it's a 2% house edge game, which is a blatant lie. It is exactly 2% if you run it on master mode, and it's exactly 2% if you run it in hard mode. And the reason they can, I don't know why they get away with this. If you ask the support what the RTP is or the house edge is on Dragon Tower, they will give you a standard response to say it's 2%. That is a lie. Okay, I've gone through the hassle of calculating out what the RTP is on every level, and it's very easy to calculate out what the RTP is or the house edge is, because we know the win chance. In a game like Dragon Tower, where basically you've got 4 columns or 3 columns or 2 columns, you know your win chance. So if you start off on easy, you've got 3 eggs under 4 columns, which basically means you've got a 75% win chance. So the chance of getting 2 in a row is 75% of that and 75% of that. You can see it's very, very easy to calculate what the win chance is. Same is for medium mode, because you've only got 3 columns. Same as hard mode, it's 50-50 because there's only 2 columns. In expert mode, there's 3 columns, but only one of them's got an egg under it, so it's very easy again to work out the win chance. And master mode, there's only 1 egg on 4 columns, and so that's a 1 in 25 chance, 25% chance. There's 1 in 4 chance, so a 25% chance, and it's each subsequence is 25% of that and 25% of that. You get it. It's simple. Okay, and because we know what the win payout is, which is not documented anywhere, by the way, it's very easy to work out what the actual win chance is and work out what the RTP is based on the total win payout, because we know the win chance. So it's very, very simple maths. So that gives us, the lowest denominator is if you used to play this on one row on easy mode, 75% win chance, it pays out 1.31 on every win, and the house edge is 1.75%. So in easy mode, it's a 7.5% chance of getting to the top. And I did run that way for a long period of time, and I was doing really well, but then I got hit with an excessive loss streak, and it gets kind of hairy there. Now if you look at the medium mode, my gosh, using the same maths, it's just shockingly bad. The house edge goes right up to 10.5%. So if you're playing this game on the medium mode, stop. Just stop. Know that you're disadvantaged. This is a scam. It's an absolute scam. Do not play Dragon Tower on medium mode. Hard mode is fine. And likewise, do not play Dragon Tower in expert mode. You're at disadvantage. It is a scam, and it's up to 10.5% house edge. I don't know why Stake have done this. It's very easy for them to maintain a 2% house edge, because they can simply adjust the win payout multiplier on each of the levels to maintain the 2% house edge. So they bothered to do the maths here. They have not bothered to do the maths here, or if they have done it, they sinisterly hidden a very disadvantaged game to you. So just be aware and know that this game is skewed, and know what not to play, because this is not documented anywhere other than the videos that I produced, and it's my job to educate you. This will be available to download as well. You please free have this. Now the odds and the probability on the fact of we can 59 lost chance. 59 lost chances are 23,517,190.73 chance of happening. Which, for those in a know, who do excessively long betting, that's not that brilliant odds. It's good, but it's not that brilliant. I've seen 400 million to 1 odds hit before, or certainly on dice. Now the bit that I think that makes it so powerful is the fact that there are actually only 4 possible outcomes. So it's a really tightly controlled game. Like you take, for example, dice. Dice can be anything from 0.01 to 99.99. That's a huge range of variability. And also, you know, you're betting your win chance, and that win chance could be either the top end of the spectrum or the bottom end of the spectrum. So you can either bet high or bet low. And that adds in complexity, you know. And how often have we seen it, you know, when you play dice and yeah, you bet, I don't know, 98% win chance, you know, and a 98% win chance, you expect to get 2 losses for every 100 bets. It never is. There's always more than that. You know, why is that? Why is it, you know, it doesn't mathematically work out correct. And, excuse me, I must remember to turn my phone off while I'm doing a video. Okay. Yeah, so if I run a game like this that had probabilities and odds on dice, for example, I can say without certainty that we would have crashed out a long time ago. We would never have reached 100 million bets. And I have run this extensively live on Alphaverse, but I'm currently being shut down because I'm shifting all mine to the data center, and that's what brought me the idea that I could offer this service to other people. And I've done very well with this strategy. But that doesn't mean it, right? You're free to run whatever you want to run. Use Qbot to come up with your own ideas. Let's create a platform out there for developers to come in with great ideas, and let's create a community around Alphaverse. And hence why there's a new channel, fully optimized to bring in new members, and I want to make it as easy as possible to be onboarded onto Alphaverse by me providing the hosting services around all of this. So there's going to be a whole bunch of videos and training videos dedicated just around Alphaverse, and this YouTube channel is dedicated just for Alphaverse. The tinkerers, the guys, the hackers, the guys that want to code, who don't want to play casinos the way you're meant to play them. You want to go in via the back end and do it the way you want to play it, not the way the casino decides you want to play it, because there are things we can do in the code world that you cannot do in the online world. Things like the ability to do back-to-back betting, zero betting, vaulting automatically on certain profit levels, and the ability to pause betting, the ability to recover lost states by having what I call the dice box glitch, but it's not a glitch, it's a feature where if you should run out of funds, then you can just keep trying that bet over and over again, just top up in the back end and it will carry on where it left off. There are so many things that we can do when we code that you can't do online, and that gives us a real distinct advantage. So I have calculated this gives us around about a 4% edge over the casino. That's what we're with this current strategy. So just going back, obviously, to this whole 4-column outcome possibility around and the tight remit, and just why it lends itself so well to Alphaverse. Like, for example, here, I ran with 142 bots. Let me bring up a calculator. So there, we made a profit of 16,320. This is all theoretical, guys. Times up by 142, that would have been a whopping 2,317,440 profit if that was running for that long on Alphaverse. Can you see the power of this? This is what I'm trying to get across to you guys. It actually only needs to produce 28 profit to break even because it's spread across so many bots. Okay, that's the thinking behind it all. And there's nothing. And when you've got a solution like this, it doesn't become a question about, you know, increasing the bet size, or if you want to make more money by increasing the bet size. It's all about scaling out and not scaling up. And what do I mean by not scaling out and not scaling up? I mean, don't increase the bet size, don't increase your risk, put more bots out there and scale out with the same level of betting and use the same recovery pots to share across all the accounts. Scaling out is your road to success, not scaling up. Right, this is a short video. It's an intro to the new YouTube channel. Please, I beg you to subscribe to this. And wait for more details. They're going to come. More details are going to come because I'm going to be talking a lot more about Alphaverse. And rest assured that my intention is to be able to set this up so that it's very easy for you to come and join me, and I will run it all from my data center. That ends the video there, guys. Any questions, reach out to me and I'll speak to you all again very soon. And before I do go, remember, Discord in description. Link to the video in the description. What is Project Alphaverse? If you've never come across it before, I think you're going to like it. And the links to the spreadsheet that I've just given you will be in here as well. And I'll also link to Qbot's Discord, because if you are going to run this, you're going to want Qbot. Qbot is not free. The same developer that developed Qbot is the same developer that helped me develop Alphaverse. He is a friend of the channel. I don't make any commission from it. I just want to make this absolutely clear. But he has given us a discount. He said any member of my Discord server who wants a copy of Qbot, they get $30 off it. And just say that Mr. BTC Gambler sent you and you get $30 off it. Guys, I don't get a penny out of that and I don't want a penny from it. I'm not here to promote the product, but I use it every single day. And I recommend, if you're going to run Alphaverse, you will absolutely need Qbot, because the good thing about Qbot is exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not playing with real money, I'm playing with fun funds. And so that means I can test everything for free without taking any risk of any real money, because when you get into Alphaverse, it's chunky money. Right, I'm going to end it there, guys. So their Discord will be in the description as well. And don't forget, if you want a copy, you have to say that I sent you. If you want $30 off, if you don't want $30 off, don't say that. So it's entirely up to you. Right, that is the end of the video, and I speak to you all soon. And just reach out to me, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.